Charles McKean. Charles McKean, FRSE, FRSA, FRHistS, FRIBA, 16 July 1946, 29 September 2013, was Professor of Scottish Architectural History at the University of Dundee. Biography. McKean was formerly Secretary and Treasurer of the Royal Incorporation of Architects in Scotland (RIAS). Educated at FETS College, the University of Poitiers Tours, and the University of Bristol. From 1977 to 1983, he was the architecture critic of the Times. McKean has published a number of articles reconstructing the career of the 16th-century courtier and master of work James Hamilton of Finart. Charles McKean was chairman of the board of Edinburgh World Heritage Trust from 2006 to 2012. He played a critical role in establishing history at Dundee as a leading UK centre in the discipline. McKean was a leading authority on architecture and history, with a distinguished career that also included being architecture correspondent for the Times newspaper and chair of UNESCO Edinburgh World Heritage Trust. He was appointed head of the School of Architecture at Duncan of Jordanstone College of Art and Design in 1995, before taking up his position as Professor of Scottish Architectural History in the History Department of the University of Dundee in 1997. Before coming to Dundee, Professor McKean was Chief Executive of the Royal Incorporation of Architects in Scotland. He edited the journal London Architect from 1970 to 1975, before becoming architecture correspondent for the Times newspaper from 1977-1983. He then held a similar position for Scotland on Sunday from 1988 to 1990. He held fellowships of the Royal Society of Arts, the Royal Society of Edinburgh, and the Royal Historical Society, and was an honorary Fellow of the Royal Institute of British Architects, the Royal Incorporation of Architects in Scotland, and the Royal Scottish Geographical Society. From 2003 to 2009 he was a member of the Scottish Committee of the Heritage Lottery Fund, one of many prominent committee positions he occupied. In 2005 he was appointed Honorary President of the St Andrews Preservation Trust. He was also a prolific author of architecture and history books. He was awarded an honorary Stephen Fry Award by the University of Dundee in 2012 for his lifetime achievements in engaging the public with his research in Scottish architectural history. McKean died in Edinburgh on 29 September 2013, aged 67. Legacy. McKean's posthumous work, Gender Differentiation in Scottish Royal Palaces, was edited by Monique Chaitnett and Christa de Jonge, and published in Le Prince, La Princesse et leurs Loges, Paris, 2014. The paper discusses Stirling Castle and Dunfermline Palace in the times of Mary of Guise and Anne of Denmark. Following a conference held at Perth in October 2013 called A New Platform for Scottish Renaissance Studies, an edition of the journal Architectural Heritage, No. Roman 26, Issue 1, was dedicated to his memory. The edition was edited by Dr. Sally Rush of Glasgow University, who was a consultant on the restoration of the palace interiors at Stirling Castle. The volume includes contributions by his colleagues, friends, and students. Essays from 4 of his students were included, from Charles Wemyss, Michael Pearce, Kate Newland, and William Napier. Alan R. MacDonald presents McKean's drawings, and the other essays were written by architects, historians, and archaeologists, including Conrad Ottenheim, James Simpson, Dr. Shannon Fraser, Dr. Marilyn Brown, Dr. FRHistS McKechnie, and Professors Richard Oram and Ian Campbell. Publications. Guide to Modern Buildings in London 1965–1975, Warehouse Publishing Limited, with Tom Jestico, 1976. ISBN 0-900-2063-278. Fight Blight, Littlehampton Book Services 1977, ISBN 0-7182-1152. Fight Blight, K. and Ward 1977, ISBN 978-0-7182-1169-1. Dundee, An Illustrated Introduction with David Walker, Scottish Academic Press and FRIBA 1984, ISBN 0-7073-387-7. Sterling and the Trossachs, Scottish Academic Press and FRIBA 1985, ISBN 0-7073-462-8. The Scottish Thirties, Scottish Academic Press, 1987, ISBN 0-7073-494-6. The District of Moray, An Illustrated Architectural Guide, Scottish Academic Press and FRIBA 1987, ISBN 0-7073-528-4. Central Glasgow, An Illustrated Architectural Guide, with David Walker and Frank Arnale Walker, Mainstream Publications Scotland Limited and FRIBA 1989, ISBN 185,158-202. Edinburgh, An Illustrated Architectural Guide, Rutland Press and FRIBA 1992, ISBN 0-9501462-42. Cranethan, The Castle of the Bastard of Arran Proceedings of the Society of Antiquaries of Scotland, Vol. 125 1995 pp. 1069-1090. The Making of the Museum of Scotland, National Museum of Scotland 2000. The Scottish Chateau, the Country House of the Scottish Renaissance. Sutton Publishing 2001, ISBN 0-7000-509-2323-7. Battle for the North, the Tay and Forth Bridges and the 19th Century Railway Wars. Grant to 2006, ISBN 186,207-852-1. Lost Dundee, Dundee's Lost Architectural Heritage, with Patricia Whatley, Berlin 2008. Dundee, 1600–1800, Dundee University Press, 2010. The Scottish Town in the Age of Enlightenment 1740–1820 with Bob Harris, 2014. Gender Differentiation in Scottish Royal Palaces in M. Chaitnet and K. Dujange, Le Prince, La Princesse at Lourdes Loges Paris, 2014, pp. 93–104, ISBN 978-27084-977-4.